Hello and welcome to tonight's AWAR PC F5 race. Tonight we will be racing in Belgium at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, or so. I hope I haven't absolutely butchered that name. And we are ready to go. Loading up the track, and then we'll start right away with qualifying. Just sort out my tabs here. Where are we? Here we are. Alright, so an update on the standings. In the lead on 153 points is El Sonny, with Smash in second, just 9 points behind. Then on 120 points is Dragonbone in the Force India. P4's Aladar, 117 points. And then we have Cameron B with 106 points, and after that it's quite a steep drop down to Scotch Tape, Trumper, Speds, Raider Sky and Dazios and P10 at the moment. So our main championship contenders are El Sonny and Smash. So I've seen they've both done quite a bit of practice. So we'll see if the rivalry continues. Unfortunately,
Wet race.
Yippee!
good luck everyone in that case.
Like full wet or?
Yep.
Alright, I have
At
disc.
the end will be light rain, but I don't think.
So we have Discord still active at the moment, so can hear what the drivers are saying previous to qualifying, and maybe also for the race as well, but then for the race I'll switch it off. And that's, I think, I don't know, it's not. Who's this teammate? Is it Poix? Also, who's gone out first? We'll see in a minute. Yes, it's Poix in the Sauber, who's going to be the first one to do a qualifying lap. And as we heard, we'll have a wet race, probably full wet start, and then going on to inters somewhere during the race. It's going to be a 22 lap race today. Obviously because the circuit is very long, with around about 7 kilometers in length. So qualifying gaps might be quite big as
Good luck, have fun, everyone.
Pox gets out of the way there. Obviously he is on a different warm-up strategy than who was that? Can we see it? Oh, he's already quite a bit ahead. Just have a look if I can find who that was. El Sonny, yeah, well, yeah. I'd let him through as well, because he's probably going to qualify somewhere towards the front. So let's have a look at Sonny's first flying lap. Just going to switch my tabs quickly here. There we go. As he now comes towards the last chicane, the bus stop, and is now starting his flying lap. So we'll stay on board here for a lap of the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps into La Source. Bit of luck up, but that might also be exaggerated through the spectator cam, as the game likes to do. So not always when I see a lock up, the driver actually had one. Going up a Rouge flat with about 300 kilometers an hour, as you do. You can see him switching mixtures there. So we'll switch on the telemetry and the lap data here. This corner you tend to have a lot of understeer. But no problem for Sonny. Flat through Puron. Oh, you should go flat, because otherwise you lose too much time. And it is possible in these cars. A little bit wide there. That will cost him a bit of time. Maybe 2/10. Oh, and a lot of oversteer through that. It's going to cost quite a bit of time. Probably another 3 or 4/10 coming down the straight here. Let's see how he manages the last 2 corners. And that looked tidy through there. What's the first benchmark of the day? It's a 143.666 from El Sonny. So let's switch to Poix. He does a 147.0. Kriestein just starts a fast lap, as it seems. Where are other fast drivers? Cameron is a very consistent and quick driver. He sets a 145.130. Fulquatch with a 145.2. Trumper with a 145.3. So that was apparently a really fast time from Sonny there. Dazios with a 144.997. Scotch Tape a 144.3. So yeah, not even close to Sonny there. Where's Smash? Oh, just looking for him. There he is. 144.3. Absolute beastly time from Sonny so far. It's going to be interesting if someone can actually beat that time. Only one yet to set a time is Kriestein. Where is he? There he is. Is that Stavelot? Yes, it is. So he'll be setting his first lap. And he sets a 145.8. That's also pretty slow. Dragonbone starts his very late outlap. I don't know if he's only doing the one run. Guess so, since it's only 5 minutes roundabout remaining in the session. Or maybe he'll try 2 consecutive laps. Not really sure why, but he'll have a reason behind that strategy. Especially on a long track like this, usually you go as fast as possible, set a lap, then come in, change tires and go out straight away, so that you get 2 laps in. So we can see on the left, people coming into the pits now, and they'll be changing tires and then probably going out about 3 minutes, with about 3 minutes to go. Alright, here's Dragonbone starting his flying lap. Open the DRS down the start-finish straight here. And then the next DRS zone is on the Camel Straight after Eau Rouge. That's, I think, Sonny getting out of the way there. Yes, it is. So he's on his outlap now. He's going out pretty early to avoid a bit of traffic, I guess. He doesn't have to go a lot of risk since he's quite comfortably in P1 at the moment. Usually you want to go out as late as possible to get the best track conditions you can get, because track evolution is quite a big factor on F1 2017. The later you manage to set a lap, the better the track conditions are, usually. In the dry at least. It's going to be interesting to see who of these guys is quick because he's actually quick, or because he's maybe more towards a qualifying setup and not towards a race setup for the wet conditions we're going to have in the race. So Dragonbone is now in the 3rd sector, coming out of Stavelot here and into Blanchimont. Coming through the last set of corners. What time will he set? It's P9 with a 1:45.4. So let's switch to El Sonny, who has started his flying lap. He might even get 2 in if he wants to. In case this lap isn't good. He could abort the lap and then have another go. And he seems to be encountering some traffic. Don't know whether that Renault of Fruchtquatsch is on a fast lap or not. No, he's on an outlap, so he should move to the side, which he now does. Doesn't hold El Sonny up. Through Pouon there, leaning hard on the outside curb. Get an onboard shot here, as again he gets a slight bit of oversteer, but not as much as last time. So he's run down this not so straight. Should be better than last time round. Now through Blanchimont. Flat in these cars. "30 seconds remaining in the session. Obviously, if you start your lap in the next 25 seconds, you'll still be able to complete the lap, as Sonny sets a 1:43.2 and Smash retires from the session. So his lap probably was no good. So he won't contend for pole. Let's have a look at Scotch Tape, who is currently in 3rd. What can he do? Dazios finishes and Kriestein finish, so they won't improve anymore. Cameron sets the 3rd fastest lap with a 1:44.351. And Scotch Tape aborts the lap. Can anyone do something about that incredible pole time from Sonny? Raider Sky improves with a 1:44.9, which puts him P5. That's Trumper coming into the... no, that's the middle sector there. That's Pox. Can he improve? No, he can't. He'll stay in P8 for the moment. This is Fruchtquatsch coming to the end of the lap. Can he improve on his previous time? It's quite close where he is at the moment, so 2/10 could help him a lot. Yes! There we go. P5 with a 144.8. Last one on the track is Trumper. Currently in P8. You'll need 3/10 for 3 positions. No. He went off the throttle there. So he'll stay in P8. And that is our qualifying. With an absolute beastly time from El Sonny there.
Lol.
Yeah. Get fucked.
Unhuman, mate. Unhuman.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, what times does tier 1? What's normal? Holy shit.
Better than my time trial.
He's cheating.
Oh,
Wow,
this doesn't look good.
Oh, Thompson,
that was terrible.
Thompson?
Yes.
do you need an invite or
I think I might need one. Yes.
send it?
Thank you.
What is this time in session forecast? Do you see? I see 3 lines. Is that snow?
No.
Maybe that's fog.
I think I don't know how it's
Well
I don't know.
under.
More like
Smash
lightning.
say storm.
Yes, I'm back in. And yeah, that's stormy weather you have. It's not only heavy rain, it's actually a storm.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Alright, we're now waiting for the driver to get ready. They're going to be doing some setup changes at the moment. Fuel calculations and such.
I'm ready.
Tell if you're not ready.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, good luck everyone.
Okay, let's go.
Good luck, have fun. Good luck.
Alright, I have now muted Discord, so we won't hear anything from the drivers anymore. Usually they should be quiet during the race. So we're still waiting for 2 people to ready up, and then we're going. Alright, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out, and away we go! In the very slippery conditions, will someone spin? That's a Renault Fruchtquatsch going very wide there. That's a small collision between Sonny and Cameron there, and Smash lost quite a few positions on that side. And there's been a crash. There's been a crash. I just saw a Red Bull spin there. That's Raider and Fruchtquatsch who got involved in that incident there. And Cameron has actually crashed out in Eau Rouge. Cameron is out. Oh no. So, absolute crazy start to the race here. El Sonny manages to stay in the lead. Scotch Tape in second. Smash in third. Pwox fourth. Quite a bit behind already. Trump in 5. Armadera in 6. Kriestein having a look in 7th. Dragonbone 8th, Dazios 9th, and then Raiden and Fruchtquatsch, who were involved in the incidents, in P10, and I think those two, yeah, they're missing their front wings as Kriestein gets past Dragonbone there for just a second. And that's Dragonbone in front of Kriestein there. So yeah, Raidersky and Fruchquatsch will have to pit this lap, which is not ideal, obviously. So they are out of contention, and Sonny is already pulling away quite a bit there, as you can see in the shot. So he'll try and run away with the victory here. Let's switch back to the midfield here. We have Trump and Plox fighting for P4, and then we have quite a train here for P6, which is Armadera, Dragonbone, Kriestein, and Dazioz. As the group comes down the back straights toward Blanchimont. Oh, that's Armadera coming quite wide there. And Dragonbone is going up the inside into the bus stop. It's now the outside. Can he make it stick? Quite a bit of oversteer. That's Kriestein right behind them. They're still side by side coming into La Source. And Dragonbone up the inside again. That's Kriestein with quite a bit of oversteer. And Dragonbone in P6 now as Kriestein 7th and Armadera dropped to 8th there. Dazioz is also right behind them in P9. One couldn't salvage the situation. Well, who's that here? That's Trump and Plox pretty close together. So Fruchquatsch already in the pitch, and Raider decided to stay out. So his front wing damage not too bad. We can see there's some of the cascades missing on the right hand element of the front wing. So let's go up the field here. You can see Sonny already with a 2-second lead on Scotch Tape, and Smash hasn't managed to reclaim second yet. So I'll have an eye on that if he manages to close up on Scotch Tape, as Trump is still hunting down Plox for P4. We just saw on the shot there Kriestein and Dragonbone. Dazioz not also closing up on Armadera. Ooh, that was quite a slide there through Blanchimont. As someone set the fastest lap out there, I didn't see fast enough who it was. But I'll have a guess that it was El Sonny, looking at his current pace. So can Dazioz do something to overtake the Haas? Again, bit of oversteer on the exit there. And that is Dragonbone, now right on the tail of Trumper, who must have made a mistake. And he's going around the outside, down the Camel Straight. He has a drier line, so maybe more grip on the braking, but he'll be on the outside. Oh, as Plox nearly spins out there. Dragonbone now round the outside of Trumper. For P5 that is, but Trumper's still right behind him. He has a look, but doesn't go for it, as Dragonbone outbrakes himself. Can Trumper go up the inside again? No, he can't. Dragonbone stays ahead for the moment. And this has enabled Kriestein and Armadera to catch up to that group, as they're now going through Pouhon. And Dazioz is out. Dazioz has crashed. Oh no. That looks like he spun on the outside curb and then spun into the inside wall. So on lap 3 we have lost our second driver now. What a shame for Dazzy Oz. You will not be happy with that result. But yeah, it's just due to the conditions. And that's Smash with a 2 minutes 3.316 with the fastest lap. Let's switch back to our midfield battles. Still have a battle for P4 here, which is Porx, Dragonbone, Trumper, Creostein, and Armadera. With a nice shot here where you can see them all in one picture. Now going up Eau Rouge. Very tricky and slippery in these conditions. And that's Poix, who seems to have made a mistake. Can't say exactly what it was. Is there part of his front wing missing? Yes, there is. So this must have had some kind of impact with the wall up Eau Rouge there. And has now dropped to 8th. As Furquatch gets a 5-second stop and go penalty for exceeding track limit. Ooh! Oh, that's Raider! Raider bites the dust. Also up Eau Rouge. Was just going through the cars there as I saw him have oversteer. And that's him out as well, so we're down to 9 runners essentially. So even though Furquatch was kind of out of the race after the first corner, not really out of the race but out of contention, he finds himself in P9 now. So if you manage to just survive the conditions, you'll be in a good position for some points. So now going back to a midfield battle, that's Armadera pushing Creostein, urging him to go a bit farther, faster and move out the way. So Armadera lost a few positions from after his good start, and will be looking to get those positions back. There's a bit of oversteer there on the curb. So looking back at our standings, that's El Sonny only 1.5 seconds ahead of Scotch Tape now. So oh, that's Poix for 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. Is that up Eau Rouge? He must have got that up Eau Rouge. And that's Furquatch. Furquatch is out. And I just said you just have to survive. And now he's crashed out, but his car's still going, so did he give up? I'm not sure on that. But maybe he just crashed again and said, can't bother anymore. So we're now down to 8 runners. Poix is in the pits to repair his broken front wing, I'd guess. So, as I said, looking at the standings, we have El Sonny, who kind of holds the gap at 1.5 seconds at the moment. And doesn't manage to pull further away. I would have guessed that he would be more dominant here after the qualifying. That's Scotch Tape in second, who's slowly closing up. Smash in third, 2 seconds behind him. Then with quite a big gap to Dragonbone in 4th. Trump in P5. Creostein in P6, who's still holding off Armadera, who's in P7. And then, due to his pit stop now, quite a bit off is Poix. So yeah, only 8 runners left in the race at the moment, as Creostein goes quite wide there in Blanchimont. So due to all the DNFs we've had so far, from the people that are still running, the only one that has lost positions compared to his starting grid is Smash, who's down 1 spot. That he lost to Scotch Tape, who had a good start. or a better start than Smash. It is closing up now quite considerably, as Scotch Tape is also closing up to Sonny. So there might be a three-way battle here forming for the lead. As we get a nice helicopter shot here in the position, you can see how much spray is coming up. So it's probably going to be quite difficult to see when following another car. And obviously you can see how much water's standing everywhere. And it's going to be very slippery out there. We saw that from the various crashes we've already had. So, Cameron says Eau Rouge was fun. Yeah, I saw that. Anna is rooting for Scotch Tape, which is good to see. Great to have you here. Great to see you in the chat. As I'll have a cheeky sip of my drink. So, the race has now kind of settled down after 6 laps, so that's the quarter of the race done. And you can see the leaders are now together in sort of a group, each about a second apart. But yeah, I don't know if Sonny's having trouble. If he had a more dry setup, because that would explain why he was so fast in qualifying and now struggling in the rain. Or maybe he's just trying to dictate the pace, but I wouldn't be comfortable with 1 second. So if you really want to play it safe, you'd probably go for maybe a 3 or 4 second lead, and then just hold the gap round about there. So now the two following, Scotch Tape and Smash, if it stays somewhere like round about this gap between the drivers, they will have quite a bit of slipstream on the next straights. If it were dry, obviously they'd also have the help of DRS, but they won't have that in the wet. As Smash has dropped back a bit. Didn't see where, maybe a bit of oversteer or something in these wet conditions. And Scotch Tape is now really close to Sonny. So is Sonny having issues, or why is he going so slow? It surprises me, let's put it that way. You can see how much they have to go off the throttle through Blanchimont there. As Smash is now a bit further back than he was half a lap ago. And now Scotch Tape is really close to Sonny, so if he gets a good run out of La Source, he could be challenging for the lead coming down the Kemmel Straight. So we'll take the passenger view here from Smash if we can. We can see the two ahead, and he'll hope that they will start battling for the lead and maybe take each other out or similar. As wow, Scotch Tape loses a huge amount of time through Eau Rouge and at Sonny as well. So you could see how much Smash call up in that part of the track alone. So they both must have a terrible run through the fast S of Eau Rouge up the hill. As Armadera's having a look at Kriestein. No. Yes, it's that way around. I thought they'd already overtaken. No, it's actually Armadera hunting Kriestein, yes, for the last few laps. So, will you have a look up at the inside? No, he thinks the better of it. Both sliding a bit wide there. So I have to keep an eye on this as well, as on the top 3. So what are they doing? Still about a second apart each. As I've already mentioned last week, obviously it's one thing to close up a gap, but another to overtake, because if you get into this roundabout second window, get so much dirty air, it's really hard to progress further, unless you're like 1.5 seconds quicker than the car in front sometimes. That's El Sonny with a new fastest lap, 2:03.082. So it's not him going slow, it's actually Scotch Tape and Smash going quite quick as well. Because they're still keeping up with him, so they're all going similar pace with low 03s, 203s. And no one really near enough for an attack yet. Have a look at Armadera and Kriorstein. They're away quite a bit, as you can see from the onboard shot here. So you won't be able to make a move down into what is it called? Trying to remember the name of this section. Oh yeah, can't remember anything. Everything. Can't remember anything would be bad. Switching back to the top 3. Still within this 1 second gap. And there's no improvement with the weather conditions, as far as I can tell from the cameras. It was said to be some lighter rain towards the middle or end of the race, but can't see anything of that yet, so I'm not sure if we'll have to change on inters or not. Also, it will be interesting to see how the wets fares. Oh, Sonny sets the fastest lap, and Scotch Tape sets the fastest lap as Smash gets a bit of fishtail. So it will be interesting to see whether the wets will last or not. And looking down the field, it looks like Armadera has lost a bit of time to Kriorstein, so the gap's now again over a second. So having a look at the order, at the moment it's El Sonny in P1, Scotch Tape following right behind in P2, and Smash in P3. Then Dragonbone, who usually drives quite lonely races, I feel, usually in P3 or P4 roundabout. He's 10 seconds behind Smash. Although Trumpet is not too far behind, so Dragonbone shouldn't relax too much for the moment. It's Kriorstein in P6, and Armadero's closed up again in P7. And then Porks, who already had to do a pit stop, is pretty lonely in P8 at the moment, but it's still 4 points for the championship, so let's have a look at Armadera, if he can overtake Kriorstein. It's now again very close. Switch to the onboard here. Sonny sets a new faster lap at 2:02.4. So it looks like the conditions might be improving a little bit, because they're starting to set fastest lap halfway through the race. It seems to be a bit better, to be honest, compared to the start. So I think we started on stormy weather, and now it's probably only, just saying that, only heavy rain. And Armadillo doesn't really get the best run through La Source, but obviously in these conditions Eau Rouge is also a corner, not only flat, so you can gain some time there, but I think he's still too far back, to be honest. It's just those two or so car lengths that he's missing there for an attack coming down the straight. Let's have a look back at the leaders. Sonny has opened up the gap just a little bit, by a few tenths, towards Scotch Tape and Smash. So maybe you can have a little bit of a breathe, since he's not in that much of a threat at the moment. As we should expect to battle for P6 we have here. And again, Armadillo should get a chance maybe down the straight as... Oh! Sonny is in the pits. Sonny is the first one to come into the pits. I thought maybe something happened to him, but he's just actually pitting here. As Armadillo and Kriestein are side by side through Blanchiment. And, oh, that's Kriestein up the back of Armadillo there, who maybe broke a bit earlier than Kriestein was expecting, so Armadillo seems to have let him through again. As we have a look at El Sonny, who's exiting the pits. Trumper also in the pits, so they're going for another set of wet tyres. So, as expected, they had to do some stops, and that's now Armadillo is in front of Kriestein again. Who, I can't see, does he have front wing damage or not? Can't see any from the shots at the moment. So Armadillo now in P5. Although Armadillo and Kriestein obviously haven't done any stops yet. Ooh, Sonny actually went out on the inters. I'm not sure if that's the right call. It still looks very slippery, to be honest. And the current times are about 15-ish seconds off from the dry tire times. So that might be a very risky call he did there, considering he's in the lead. So let's have a look at Scotch Tape and Smash. I guess they'll have to react. Or maybe they'll stay out if they expect it to dry up a bit more. Because as I said, Sonny's move was quite risky, considering the conditions. So we'll have a look what Scotch Tape and Smash are doing. And they're staying out. So yeah, I'm not really sure if that was the right decision from Sonny. Dragon Ball in the pits now. Sonny continuing his strategy there. Let's have a look if Dragon Ball can get a good stop there. And that's Armadillo in the pit, and Kriestein following in as well. And that's Dragon Ball out, who on inters as well, as it seems. There we go. Armadillo on inters, and Kriestein on inters as well. It's being held quite a bit. That doesn't look like a regular stop. I wonder what happened there. He will now have lost very much time to Armadillo there. Oh, as he runs quite wide out of the pits. Have to be careful there, you'll get a penalty if you cross the white line. And Elsoni is only 16-ish seconds behind the leader, so looks as if his call might have been the right call actually. So yeah, you can see there's not much standing water anymore. So that might have been the right call. So Krierstein doesn't show up on my pit table, but he has already pitted. So the only ones who still have to come into the pits are Smash and Scotch Tape. Well, they don't have to. Technically, they could drive to the end on these tyres if they wanted, but I guess they won't be able to. So they should be coming into the pits now. Scotch Tape is coming in, and Smash is coming in as well. Bit sketchy entry there from Scotch Tape. And has he put on the wet tyres? And Smashes on inters. So Scotch Tape is showing on wet tyres. That's Elsoni actually going past right there. And Trumper gets a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. And where's Smash? Smash lost quite a bit of time there towards Scotch Tape, and obviously Sonny as well. So I thought the gap would have been bigger. So maybe Sonny was one lap early for the Inters since he was the first driver. Is Scotch Tape really unwet? So I'll have a look at in the race director. Doesn't look like it. No. He's actually on Inters, so that's showing wrong on my screen. It says Trumpers on wets. And he actually is. So he'll probably be losing now quite a bit of time. As you can see, it's only light drops of rain. So wrong call there from Trumper. As Elsoni is in the lead now, but he still seems to be struggling quite a bit, because look how fast Scotch Tape actually caught up to him. It's now only 7/10. As you can see, Smash now quite a bit of behind. So Scotch Tape looking really good to win the race here. So maybe Aladar's wish will come true. We'll have to wait and see. We've got 8 laps to go. Seems you could see Smash in the back of the shot there. That's the gap he has to the leaders. As Elsoni sets a new fastest lap, obviously, because he's the first one to complete a flying lap on the Inters. With a 2:01. So about a second faster than the wets at the moment. And let's go on board with Scotch Tape here. Oru still not flat. Didn't get the best of runs, so probably still too far behind. Don't know if Elsoni is just trying to break the slipstream or he has to cool his tyres. Krierstein sets a new fastest lap of the race with a 2:09. Scotch Tape now really going for it in what will probably be the last stint, unless tyre wear is so bad that they have to pit again, or the weather does something crazy. You'll never know in Belgium, here in Spa. And he's now really really close behind Sonny. But doesn't get a good exit out of Stavela. That corner's nearly flat now. Quite a lock up there from Scotch Tape. I'll have an eye on if Smash manages to close up Scotch Tape with a new fastest lap, as Smash sets a new fastest lap, so he seems to be closing up on those two with a 2:04. So if the conditions improve, we should be seeing sub 2-minute laps very shortly. And Scotch Tape now with a much better run through Eau Rouge. It's going to the outside. Sonny's defending the inside. They're side by side coming down the straight here. Who will come out on top? And that's Scotch Tape round the outside of Sonny there for the lead here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Well, Sonny will be fighting back. He will want that win, obviously. Smash couldn't hope for anything better than those two battling and losing time. Here we have Sonny behind Scotch Tape. And for now, Scotch Tape can hold the position. Now it will be the question. Oh, as Sonny corrects a slide there. Goes off the track a little. Well, that's better than spinning into a wall. And it will now be interesting to see if Scotch Tape can pull away from Sonny, or if the roles would just have reversed and Sonny will be hunting Scotch Tape. Obviously, this is for Smash. This is one of the best things that could have happened, because obviously those two are in the fight for the championship. And if Smash manages to close the gap another 1 or 1.5 seconds, he can make his move in Sonny and gain some points advantage. That's Scotch Tape with a 1:59.8, first driver to get a sub 2-minute time, and Trumper's quite close to Almadera. Almadera already went past Trumper. Missed that pass. Missed that in the action of the leaders there. So Trumper, is he? Nah, now he's decided he's had enough. A bit late call. You already have lost a lot of time on those tires, but I tried to brave it out on the wets and drive to the end, but I think he's now realized that those tires are just not suited to the conditions anymore, as he has to wait for a penalty before his tire change, and off he goes on the inters. So this wrong strategy call has cost him 2 positions in this race. Switching back to the front, we can see that Scotch Tape is pulling out a gap on Sonny, and Smash is also catching up. So Sonny probably he must have done a wrong setup call. I don't see another way why he would be so fast in qualifying, like over a second faster than the second fastest driver. And now struggling so much in the race. We've got 5 more laps to go now. Coming to the business end of the race as Scotch Tape sets a new fastest lap. So what was 16 laps, Sonny could hold Scotch Tape behind, and now he's dropped to P2. Smash now only 1 second behind Sonny, as Dragonbone gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Can talk about Dragonbone for a little bit. As usual, he has a pretty lonely race. 13 seconds ahead, 15 seconds behind. But he is the driver with the best position change in this race, so his qualifying didn't go very well. Starting in P11, as Kriorstein gets another warning. Sorry, a 3-second time penalty. But yeah, now he finds himself in P4, so good start. Kept out of any trouble. And driving consistent laps. He's obviously not fighting for the lead, but if you get consistent high finishes, you'll have a good season as well. So that's exactly what Dragonbone is doing here, and what is also usually Cameron's strength, but who is his teammate. But yeah, this race obviously Cameron got caught out by the bad conditions. I can now see Smash is catching up on Sonny. So maybe we're not too far away from an attack here. Also have another cheeky sip. So will Smash get a better run through Eau Rouge here? I just saw something very interesting, which could also explain why Smash gets better runs through Eau Rouge than Scotch Tape or Sonny do in comparison. You could see the other two, so Scotch Tape and Sonny, when they go through Eau Rouge, which isn't flat anymore in the wet conditions, you can see they lift off and switch a gear down in the middle of the corner. Obviously, because that would be where they otherwise would run wide if they wouldn't. And Smash actually slows down before the entry, and then goes flat out through the rest of the corner. So he's on the power earlier than his rivals. So, so you can see how much driving style actually affects your time. It feels maybe similarly fast, but actually it isn't by far. Sonny and Smash both going very wide here. As you can see, Smash is now right up Sonny's gearbox. Two championship rivals. Looking to have a face-off here in the Belgian Grand Prix. And they're only nine points apart, and this position decides over 3 points, which in comparison to the two would make a difference of 6 points. So depending on the outcome, it would be 15 points ahead for Sonny. Is it Sonny? I think it is. So 15 points ahead, only 3 points ahead. And it's really close now between the two. That's obviously good for Scotch Tape, who can pull away. It's not far to go. It's 2 laps and the rest of this one, as Trumper sets the fastest lap with a 1:59.7. So he's making full use of his new intermediate tyres. We've still got some light rain, so we'll be finishing the race on these tyres. Oh, and that was smash a bit wide there in Blanchimont. And outbreaks himself a bit. That will have cost him quite a bit of time there. El Sonny sets a new fastest lap with a 1:59.3. And that cost him about 1.5 seconds. So maybe that's that fight there. But obviously Scotch Tape or Sonny can still make mistakes. We can see how much time he's lost there on the onboard. That will be frustrating him quite a bit as again he runs wide. So now difficult task to keep focused and not think about that mistake for the moment. Because the conditions are still very tricky, so it's only 2 seconds behind, so anything is still possible. Sonny now again starting to catch up to Scotch Tape a bit. As whoa! Sonny drifting through Pouon there nearly. And Trumper gets a 3-second warning, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's that way round. Whoop! That's again Sonny having a bit of a fishtail there. He has to be careful that he doesn't bin it on the last lap here, or the penultimate lap. Because shouldn't relax too much, still need to stay focused and concentrated. And it's a long lap. So coming to the last lap of the race, we have Scotch Tape, who is not on wet spot and inters. Thank you, game. Sonny in second. Smash in third. Then Dragonbone pretty much on his own in P4. Armadillo in P5, who has had quite a roller coaster of a race. Smash getting a 3-second time penalty there. That won't help his ambitions. Kriestein in P6, Trump in P7, and Pox in P8. Quite a bit back there. Wonder if he's going to be in danger of getting lapped. Ah, he's still a few corners there, 2 or 3, so that won't happen on this last lap here. Still having an eye here on this small group here at the front. One mistake could ruin the whole race for every single one of them. As Smash now falling back a bit. I think he's just gone into bring it home mode. Since he's now dropped back a bit. Sonny and Scotch Tape coming down the back straight here through Blanchimont. Now Scotch Tape has only 2 corners to go, sorry. Coming around the last corner here. And there we have it. Scotch Tape wins the race. El Sonny is second, Smash in third. Who's now actually quite a bit back due to his penalty just received a few moments ago. Dragonbone now coming through the last section of corners. We'll take P4. Bit of a burnout there and a wiggle. So he seems quite happy with that result. Armadillo now coming into the last section of corners in the Haas. He will be taking P5, which will be a good result together with his teammate. And Kriestein coming to the finish in P6. Trumper round the last corner. He will be finishing in P7. Also doing a bit of a burnout there. And you can see Scotch Tape in the back there, who has already finished. So Poirc still quite a bit to go until he finishes the race. So let's switch Discord in if there's some kind of discussion going on.
One time I touched it. Holy shit.
Oh well.
Good race, everyone. Congratulations to Scotch Tape.
Thank
Congrats.
you.
Is that your first win?
This season, yes, but I won another one a couple of seasons ago.
All right. Aladar was rooting for you in the chat.
Woo!
He said if Scotch Tape wins this, I'll be over the moon.
Ah, yeah. Then I'm happy then.
So he's your first fan.
Yay, my own fan club.
Congrats, Scott. Glad to see you on the first place.
And that's Poirc's finally coming over the finish line, doing a victory jiggle and driving into the wall just for fun.
But me, Smash, and Sunny were like a trio all race long.
Yeah, yeah. Also in the beginning there was quite a big fight in the midfield as well, like 4 or 5 people.
Sad that Cameron exploded his car at Rouge on the first lap.
Yeah, it's not very Cameron-like. He's usually very consistent.
Maybe he got excited and he didn't calculate that with heavy rain he would drive more to the left since it's slippery and such, or maybe he forgot to like release the throttle a little bit. I don't know. Seems to me he just went for it on the outside and couldn't control the car at all.
Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a great time. I enjoyed the race very much. Good battle for the lead we had. And I hope to see you guys next week when we travel to Italy for the Grand Prix in Monza. So next Sunday, 8 PM British Standard Time. See you there. Bye bye.